Some business finance job titles and blogs. Chapter 1. Lists of business finance job titles. Business, management, marketing, and related support services. Business/commerce, general. Business administration, management, and operations. Accounting and related services. Business operations support and assistance services. Business/corporate communications. Business/managerial economics. Entrepreneurial and small business operations. Finance and financial management services. Hospitality administration/management. Human resources management and services. International business/trade/commerce. Management information systems and services. Management sciences and quantitative methods. Marketing. Real estate. Taxation. Insurance. General sales, merchandising and related marketing operations. Specialized sales, merchandising and marketing operations. Construction management. Business, management, marketing, and related support services, other. Administrative jobs. Human resources assistant. Library assistant. Medical assistant. Medical secretary. Medical transcriptionist. Paralegal. Financial and other business careers. Actuary. Assessor. Compliance officer. Financial advisor. Financial examiner. Loan officer. Real estate appraiser. Tax examiner. Chapter 2. Some business finance job titles. Business-related job titles. Accountants, chartered. Accountants, commercial. Accountants public. Accounting and bookkeeping systems actuaries advertising agencies and consultants advertising direct mail. Advertising, directory and guide advertising, newspaper. Advertising, outdoor. Advertising, radio. Advertising television. Air conditioning contractors air conditioning equipment systems and parts. Airline companies. Air travel ticket agencies. Appraisers. Automobile leasing. Awnings and canopies, sales and service. Badges. Bags, burlap, canvas, cotton, and polypropylene. Bags paper. Bags plastic and transparent bags specialty. Bailiffs. Bankruptcies trustees. Banks. Barcoding equipment and systems. Boxes, paper. Building maintenance and cleaning. Building repairs and restoration. Burglar alarm systems, residential, commercial and industrial. Business consultants. Business forms and systems business and trade organizations. Calculating machines, equipment and supplies. Carpet and rug cleaners. Cash registers and supplies caterers CD. ROM services. Cellular and wireless telephones. Chairs renting. Clocks. Coffee break service and supplies. Collectio agencies. Convention services and facilities. Convention supplies. Copying and duplicating service. Courier service. Credit and debit card, equipment and service. Credit reporting agencies customs brokers. Customs consultants. Data communication, systems. Data processing service. Delivery service. Desktop publishing. Display designers and producers. Display fixtures and materials. Distributing service circular, sample, etc. Duct cleaning. Economic research and analysis. Employee assistance programs. Employee benefits plans, consultants. Employment agencies. Employment contractors, temporary help. Environmental consultants and services. Ergonomics. Event planning. Exporters expositions, trade shows and fairs. Fax communication equipment. Fax communication service filing equipment, systems, and supplies. Fire alarm systems. Fire extinguishers. Fire protection equipment franchising. Freight forwarding. Furniture cleaning. Furniture renting. Glass, float, plate, window and doors etc. Graphic designers. Heating contractors. Identification cards. Identification equipment and supplies. Imaging scanning systems and service. Importers. Information processing and retrieval equipment information services. Information systems consultants. Insolvency consultants. Insurance agents and brokers insurance general. Inventory service. Investigators. Janitorial service. Labeling equipment. Lawyers. Leasing service. Lift trucks. Lighting fixtures retail. Linen supply service. Loans. Locks and locksmiths. Long-distance telephone service. Mailing lists and services. Mailing machines and equipment. Management consultants. Management training and development. Market research and analysis marketing consultants. Media monitoring. Merchandising service. Microfilming services, equipment, and supplies. Money transfer, money order motivation consultants. Moving and storage. Moving supplies and equipment, renting. Multimedia. Office buildings. Office and desk space rental service. Office furniture and equipment. Retail and rentals. Office records destroyed. Office records stored office supplies package designing and development packaging materials packaging service paging, calling and signaling equipment and systems paper shredding machines. Paper shredding service payroll services pension and profit sharing plans personnel consultants photographers, commercial and industrial printers printing brokers project design and management promotional products. Property maintenance. Publicity service. Racks radio communication, equipment and systems recycling services. Refrigerating equipment, commercial, sales and service rental services, general. Safes and vault sales training and consultants. Security control equipment and system security guard and patrol service. Shopping centers, management and leasing signs snow removal service sprinklers, automatic fire stamps, rubber and plastic stationery, retail. Storage. Self-service store fixtures storefronts. Tags tax consultants. Tax return preparation telecommunications consultants telemarketing, consultants telephone directories telephone equipment, systems and services telephone message service. Translators and interpreters transport service travel agencies typewriters, sales and service, rentals and supplies. Uniform rental service, uniforms vending machines sales, rentals and service voice messaging service water coolers wheelchair lifts and ramps. Wireless communications. Word processing. Business, management and administration job titles. Brokerage clerks. Credit authorizers, checkers and clerks. File clerks. Human resources assistants. Interviewers. Library assistants, clerical. Order clerks. Receptionists and information clerks. Reservation and transportation ticket agents. Communications equipment operators. Computer operators. Data entry and information processing workers. Desktop publishers. Office work. Administrative support workers supervisors and managers. Office clerks, general. Secretaries and administrative assistants. Accountants and auditors. Appraisers and assessors of real estate. Budget analysts. Claims adjusters, appraisers, examiners, and investigators. Cost estimators. Financial analysts and personal financial advisors. Insurance underwriters. Loan officers. Management analysts. Meeting and convention planners. Tax examiners, collectors, and revenue agents. Labor relations specialists. Administrative services managers. Advertising, marketing, promotions, public relations and sales managers, computer and information systems managers, education administrators, engineering and natural sciences managers, financial managers, funeral directors, industrial production managers, medical and health services manager, property, real estate, and community association managers, purchasing managers, buyers, and purchasing agents, top executives, construction manager, business and management videos, customer service, farmers, ranchers, and agricultural managers, bookkeeping, accounting, and auditing clerks job titles, finance, bill and account collectors, computer support specialists and systems administrators, computer systems analysts, securities, commodities, and financial services sales agent, tellers, actuaries, insurance sales agents, computer scientist and database administrator, finance videos, accountants and auditors, appraisers and assessors of real estate, budget analysts, claims adjusters, appraisers, examiners, and investigators, cost estimators, financial analysts and personal financial advisors, insurance underwriters, loan officers, management analysts, meeting and convention planners, tax examiners, collectors, and revenue agents, financial managers, customer service, credit authorizers, checkers, and clerks. Chapter 3. Business Job Blogs. Call Center Blogs. NicoleWorld.blogspot.com, A World Around Me. nnothrthng.blogspot.com and Another Thing. Callcentermanagement.blogspot.com, Call Center Management. Callcenterpurgatory.blogspot.com, Call Center Purgatory. Callcentersteelcagedeathmatch.blogspot.com, Call Center Steel Cage Deathmatch. Callcenterdiary.blogspot.com, Call Center Confidential, UK. Callcenterqablues.blogspot.com, Call Center QA Blues. Callcenterredemption.blogspot.com, Call Center Redemption. Phonorant.blogspot.com, Call Girl Confessions. Velvet.blogsome.com, Dry the Rain. 2franks.blogspot.com, East of Adelaide. svarri.com/jebber_wp/?p=46, furballs. Ghettoffmycase.blogspot.com, Get Off My Case. Worstcall.blogspot.com, My Worst Call of the Day. onlinewords.co.uk/owblog.html, Online Words World, UK. Popdizzy.com, Popdizzy, UK. The Supervisor.blogspot.com, Supervisor of Customer Service Hell. 6adminion.blogspot.com, Tales from Tragedy Towers, Life at NHS Direct, UK. wabimysabi.blogdrive.com, Wabi Mysabi. waitingonhold.blogspot.com, Waiting on Hold. workingtimes.blogspot.com, Working Times. importantcall.blogspot.com, Your call is important to us. Office and Manager Blogs. agenoth.blogspot.com, Agenotha's Ramblings, UK. diablopeq.blogspot.com, All You Ever Wanted to Know About Me. anonymouscoworker.blogspot.com, Anonymous Coworker. bigpicturesmalloffice.com, Big Picture Small Office. inappropriateofficeconversation.blogspot.com, Big Time Drama in the Adjoining Cubicle. swooshblog.blogspot.com, Blogging the Swoosh. boardramblings.co.uk/category/work, Board Ramblings of an Office Worker, UK. batw.blogspot.com, Board at Work. cadmonkey.blogspot.com, Cad Monkey in the Cubicle Jungle. arethel.blogspot.com, Can You Hear Me Now? charade_u_r.blogspot.com, charade UR. ream.squarespace.com, cherry ripe. corporateinsanity.blogspot.com, corporate insanity. corporatepeon.blogspot.com, corporate peon. cubichell.com/?cat=22, cube 001. cubichell.com/?cat=7, cube 24. cubichell.com/?cat=13, cube 616. cubedweller.typepad.com, cube dweller. cubichell.com/?cat=41, cube dwellers. po-day2day.blogspot.com, day to day in the program office. officewench.blogspot.com, diary of an ex office wench. diogenesliberated.blogspot.com, Diogenes liberated. iyjngen.blogspot.com, from the inside out. goingpublicsector.blogspot.com, going public, UK. deskmonkey.blogspot.com, Haggisworst, UK. newyorkintern.blogspot.com, intern in New York. justkeepwork.com, just quit work. wangtastic.blogspot.com, just wangtastic. legitimatetangent.blogspot.com, legitimate tangent, UK. lifeinthenhs.wordpress.com, life in the NHS, UK. LLJ.net/blog, Lloyd at work, UK. manilaofficelife.blogspot.com, Manila Office Life. blog.marketingchick.com, Marketing Chick Diary. reade.blogspot.com, Macready Nuggets, UK. msmac.blogspot.com, Ms. Machiavelli. mycoworkersucks.blogspot.com, My Coworkers Sucks. blowhole2021.blogspot.com, Orcas Blowhole, UK. seldomupdated.blogspot.com, seldom updated. piedpiperconsulting.blogspot.com, self-helpless. shitthatbugsmeatwork.blogspot.com, shit that bugs me at work. Brittany.typepad.com, Sparkwood, and 21. spillingcoffee.com, spilling the coffee. stressrelease.blogspot.com, stress relief. tftcf.blogspot.com, tales from the Cube Farm. abcwealth.blogspot.com, telemarketing high times. theadvertisingagency.blogspot.com, the advertising agency. angryreceptionist.blogspot.com/http:/, the angry receptionist. bdourondrum.com/career, the blogging boss. thecompany-bitch.blogspot.com, the company bitch. theedskeinthecorner.blogspot.com, the desk in the corner. thestaplegun.blogspot.com, the staple gun. Things to do at work when you are dead.blogspot.com, things to do at work when you are dead. almostdailyrandomness.blogspot.com, thoughts of a terminally bored office worker, UK. dindrain.blogspot.com, trial and trivialities. monojr.blogspot.com, yet. mymanufacturinghell.blogspot.com, video game manufacturing hell. volume22.blogspot.com, volume 22. widelawns.blogspot.com, wide lawns and narrow minds. winkieshawk.blogspot.com, winky shock. workhate.blogspot.com, work hate. brummeblogs.com, working 9 to 5, UK. graysuit.blogspot.com, yet another grey suit, UK. Restaurant, pubs, and clubs blogs. maskedwaiter.blogspot.com, adventures of the masked waiter. alaskanzummer.blogspot.com, Alaskan summer. baristabrat.blogspot.com, baristabrat. publicized.blogspot.com, barman's words, UK. seatmytable.blogspot.com, bon appetito. standingonthebox.blogspot.com, club life. customerssuck.blogspot.com, customers suck. mcds.blogspot.com, fast food experience. allprowaiter.blogspot.com, insane waiter. blogs.salon.com/0003612, Manhattan waiter. mysteryguestalert.blogspot.com, mystery guest alert, UK. stripclubserver.blogspot.com, naked women and beer. pizza-hut-team-member.blogspot.com, Pizza Hut team member, UK. blogs.citypages.com/pizzaman, pizzaman. rlserver.blogspot.com, Red Lobster blog. restaurantgal.com, restaurant gal. serverstories.blogspot.com, server stories. soupkitchenstories.blogspot.com, soup kitchen stories. steakhouseblues.blogspot.com, steakhouse blues. tacobellblog.blogspot.com, Taco Bell. barmaidblog.livejournal.com, the barmaid blog. megamegamon.blogspot.com, the joys of working at Starbucks. waiterrant.net, waiter rant. waitress-blog.blogspot.com, waitress blog. waitressonc.blogspot.com, waitress on C. yourwaitress.blogspot.com, waitressing is bad for your mental health. welldonefillet.blogspot.com, well done fillet, UK. foodplacefun.blogspot.com, working at food place, UK. worldofthegrunt.blogspot.com, world of the grunt, UK. employee/corporate blogs. cadburychweps.com/n/careers/UK gradrec, Cadbury Schweppes. prweaver.com/2005/01/29/108-google-employee-blogs, Google. honeywellblogs.com, Honeywell. ogilvy.co.uk/grads, Ogilvy graduate recruitment. blogs.sun.com, Sun Microsystems. butlersheatmetal.com/tinbasher blog, the Tinbasher sheet metal blog. prweaver.com/blog/2005/01/29/112-yahoo-employee-blogs, Yahoo.